And away we go. Hey, Chris and Dimitri, thank you so much for the turnarounds on the materializer. Materializer. That's a mouthful. Medium class hover tank. Okay, so I think we're close. We're super close. Just a couple bits here. I think we still lost a few details from our previous things that I liked when I came to this here. So, I really liked in this here. So I really liked the push buttons. There we go. Floppity doo. Yeah. So this decal was super cool. It's course in orbits. We're missing. We need a Paltech decal. Oh, hey, things are flying around. Oh my god. What am I doing? Okay. Yeah. So we're missing that aspect. And what I was hoping for was that you guys would do the difference. So let's see here. How about I do this real quick? Let's get rid of this paint over bits, and we'll just do a new one here. Maybe this. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. So it's always like playing Q&A a little bit, or QA a little bit with your own work. So let's take a look here. Maybe I'll just do this. It's easier when you, and what I would encourage you guys to do as well is when you're doing rounds of feedback, before you turn in your versions, just take a quick look on where you're at as well. So, all right. So, I didn't exactly point this out, but I'll point it out now here because I want to come back. There are a few things I liked that we had from that spot as well. So, new layer. Let's get the frompadoos. All right. So I also liked this, these like in our red color, of course, but I like these little trim lines that you had here, right? Like these are nice. They break up the shape. They suggest some more machinery here. So let's bring that into the next version. And what else was there? So you got those bits. You got those bits. I think you did them in yellow. Yeah, you did them in yellow. So in general, let me just, before I go back to that. All right. So this is here. This is there. This is pretty close. That was good. Those things are there. Yeah, so I think we just missed that paneling there. So that was the other thing, is mainly the paneling here. So the last version was pretty good. But it's this whole panel section in the newest version. And I think those are the main bits. All right, cool. All right, so then let me go over the feedback that we have here. So there was actually one other thing I did in was it this? One second. Was it this here? So much feedback, so little time. All right, here we go. And off of this guy here. So one thing that I wanted to bring back over is this. Also this too. So there were a couple things here, I think, in this that I haven't quite made it over yet into our gun designs. Let me just double check. Hello, pushing buttons. All right. So one is here. I can do that. There we go. And then the other one was this little piece here. I think we had that. So that was replicated underneath, I think. Okay, so I see what you did there. Yeah, the shapes are better on the gun itself, which is super cool. All right. And all right, cool. Yeah, so I wanted to see, there's something interesting in this. So here we have, we just need to finish out those details there. So, okay, cool. That was the feedback on the barrel. So the other one is here we are. You know what is sad pandaing? The fact that I'm still looking at, and I still need to do my own tests here, but look at this gray gun. I think the colors overall are working pretty well in game now, which is part of what we're testing, right? And getting on our way to final rendering. but I need you to update the existing asset at least the way it is, so we can look at the whole thing here for the normal gun. So let's do that for the next thing, and then coming back over here. Yeah. So did I got this here? Okay. Okay. So we have. It's probably fine. One more layer. So many layers, so little time. All right, cool. So I think there's something here. So when I say the neon electricity, right? I'm talking about these bits here. I really like where we're at the ball. I think this is cool. I think the ball texture is coming along nicely in this space. I think when we have it spinning and animating, it's gonna be awesome. I think the electricity bits here are pretty dull in comparison to these ones down here. And maybe it's just like diffused electricity, so as it comes through the whole machine itself, like maybe it's a little less crackly there. But I do really like. There's something in the way that you rendered. I know it's mostly white with some purple and glows. It really does it for me. So, but yeah, so that's some food for thought there. I think the design on the plates here does feel better. So nice job on that. I think we kept the nodules in, which are good. And I think that we'll need to have a final cleanup on these, but I think there's something a little bit weird about this nodule. I like this nodule, but it feels like they should be similar. So maybe it's about the shape here, where, and maybe it's, it's something like actually capturing this shape and then flipping it. That might be the thing here. And then something like this might really, and then, maybe it's something like this. That might actually feel, you can kind of see what I'm going for here. So maybe something like that. It's a strange, awkward shape. I like it. Maybe it's this. Let's see. So it's not there. Oh, I think that was the flip, right? Maybe it's something like that. Yeah. So I think part of it is just bringing that shape in here. I think, and maybe I'm overthinking it a little bit here, but that might be the thing there. So that nodule felt a little bit weird, but yeah, and just draw a little arrow here because I'll forget. So there you go. There's a feedback on that. So I think. So with the in-game version, this is the in-game version of the asset. And you can also see here, actually, in-game, and it might be, I don't think it's resolution. We have to look at what the base tank is, but I think in the way that you guys exported maybe the way you scaled it down and saved it, the brightness of the glowing red lines is getting lost. It's not nearly as vibrant. And so I was taking a quick look at that. There's definitely a difference between this, so this is that delivery, and this here. So I want to point that out, that there's some disparity here, and I definitely do not want to lose our bright, like, signature neon glows. This is cyber corpo punk, right? So that was that piece there, and I think that was it. Okay, so let me just get this up for you. That way you have it, and don't make anything super cool about this there. All right. All right. But yeah, I think we're super close. All right, let me get this into our board. So yeah, that cannon is great. I think, what else? So that was the materializer, and then you had one more thing here. So the cannon here. Yeah, so loving the design. I think we're pretty close. I had very small nitpicks there, so I think we're good there. And yeah, so these, there's something in this design here that isn't quite ready for us. So I guess maybe it's over here. This. I shouldn't have posted that screenshot so quick. All right, so taking a look at this. Yeah, I think coming back to the previous round of feedback, which was, All right. Yeah, so I think we've gone so bulky. Like, while this wasn't quite it, let me take a, there's another one, right? Yeah, that wasn't it there. That's not it. Yeah, okay. So yeah, coming back to looking at this guy here, it was still too bulky, but I like these gaps with electricity. And then there was kind of the suggesting like a almost like a interlocking chain link design, or where the plates are there. So come back and take a look at this again. I think there's something we're missing here in this design. I think part of it is that it's too rectangular. And I really like the where we're starting to look at some of these interesting shapes here. And I think the last round, the shapes didn't really come through in the same way. That's the stuff today. All right, and here was the other one, I think, right? Yeah, so almost like a bicycle chain, or like a regular, you know, like chain links, but the links, instead of being linked together, like they have spaces. But I kind of like this idea of some of these shapes. So let's go back and work on that a little bit and see if we can find the shapes there. I think here we're just too rectangular. I do like that we're kind of doing some of the gaps here, but that's sort of that's the feedback there. Other than that, one more. All right, and I think that's the round of feedback. Take a look at here. Yeah, so I wasn't super keen on that. So I really like I think with the Canon we're almost there. So this Canon is definitely good. My only other thing that I want to take a look at is we need to think about how long the Canon is in comparison, right? Oh. And it could be that we might make bigger, we might make, you know, this I think this probably is okay, but it might turn out that we want to make a slightly like larger version. I mean, it's mostly just scaling at that point. So, but I think it can work there. These are going to be really cool when we get them in, when we get them into the, when we get them animated into the game, I think, to fight. And you can see there are distance tests, right? Like it kind of makes the bolts a little bit smaller, but yeah, it's starting to look like a game. All right. I'm going to cut this off. I'll put the video up for you. Thank you very much. And to everyone else out there watching along, we'll see you next time.